So we briefly talked about why the Java Platform module is great. In this video, I'm going to focus more on the benefits. The first one is one of the biggest one, which is the reliability in the configuration. Because previously we had to deal with jar files and consequently we had to deal with class path, which is hell, for the lack of a worse word. So now with the Java Platform module, we don't have to worry about the dependencies and configuration because now we have a reliable configuration system, which means we get rid of the class path issues as well as the jar files. The next one is strong encapsulation. What this means is, if you look at the jar files, as we said previously, a jar file is simply a package containing classes, interfaces, and other metadata that we can use in our projects. But the problem with jar files is that everything is public, which means anyone can use certain components of those jar files. And at times, and most of the time, that's not the functionality that we need as developers, because we want to make sure that we only have access, or our system only has access to things that we want the system to have access to. With this modularity now that we are given with Java 9, we don't have to worry about that. So everything is encapsulated, everything is indeed hidden, and the APIs are only visible to components of our programs that need to use that API. The third one is scalability of the platform. Now, when we talk about scalability, we're talking about making things bigger. But this also means making things smaller, because remember, Java now not only runs in big systems, Java also runs on mobile devices, runs on DVD players, on wearables and smaller devices. And you can see that it would make no sense if we are developing applications that run on smaller devices that don't really need the majority of our JDK, the majority of our Java runtime environment, right? Now, with Java 9, we can actually scale down, meaning that we can have smaller Java runtimes that are appropriate for smaller devices as well. Okay, so that's what we have now with Java 9. And now we also have greater platform integrity, because now we can prevent access to internal APIs only available to correct entities. Because now we can just make sure that our applications or our systems that we're building using Java can only access what they need, as opposed to having access to everything, all of the APIs that Java JDK, that our JDK provides for us. We can now pinpoint and get exactly only what we need. And the culmination of all of these benefits, of all of these goals, of all of these features, is that we improve performance and security. Because if we have a reliable configuration, we have a strong encapsulation, now we have smaller scalable Java platforms for smaller devices, and we have greater platform integrity. All of these features improve performance and security. Because now we have a better environment where Java programs are easier to maintain, they perform well, and they are more secure. And this, my friends, this is huge. And as I mentioned earlier a few times now, this may not seem a huge deal when we're talking about smaller applications, right? So if you're new to Java, you're just learning about Java, that's totally fine. This may not seem as a big deal. But as you start learning more about Java, you start understanding what really Java is and start building bigger applications and so forth, you will see that these are features that are needed in order for us to have a better Java platform to develop on. All right. Okay, so in the next video, we'll dive into the modularization of Java. What is a module and why is it so important? And of course, how to create one. Okay, I'll see you in the next video.